Hey guys, Leanna here. It's Feedback Friday! And today our feedback is in the form of numbers, because numbers don't lie except when they do. I'm examining my last two Tatas Tuesdays videos. The two different videos about the wardrobes of various female Witcher 3 characters. And I was trying to take a balanced approach to both. This game has been a real hot button one, not surprising, but I didn't think these videos were radically different. In fact, after people responded so badly to the Siri video, I thought everybody was just gonna go knuckin' futs over the Triss Marigold video, because I know people have a lot of attachment to Triss as a character. Now, that's not what happened. And that was very surprising to me, because to me, it was the same content. You know, it was about a wardrobe choice that I thought was strange and I didn't think made a lot of sense and distracted me from the actual game. But as you can see by the counts, likes about the same, even though this has less than half the views, and it does because it's, a week newer. Well, at least I think that's why. If, it doesn't perform as well, if it's significantly underviewed compared to this one, well, I have my answer. I know how I'm going to approach these topics in the future this way. More people view them. And I still got 100 likes, right? It's still essentially the same. But now the comments are about even, I think, compared to, 156, 331, it's about, just under half, so fine, that's about the same, that's comparative. But the dislikes between the two videos are radically different. And I've narrowed it down to two main things. One is the title. I found a lot of people respond very strongly to titles, and the nuance I was attempting in the Siri video, asking a question instead of making a definitive statement in the title, it didn't work the way I was hoping. I thought that going in with that title would be a soft start. That wasn't what happened at all. People really responded to the title. They thought it was a question, and they started yelling at me about book lore and all that stuff. And it seems like just, coming up with a silly title in this one had a better response. And that was funny to me, because I was a little bit afraid. I didn't know what to call this video, right? So I decided to just be silly, partially because I was nervous, and when I get nervous, I do things that are silly. But people seem to respond better to Triss Marigold's magical boob dress than a question. Doesn't make sense to me, but lesson learned. The other thing I did in this video, well, let's talk about whether I play Catlateral damage, because I've made you guys stare at a dead screen for a while. I'm going to play Krogan, because he's a ginger cat with a cool name. I've only gotten 12 hours sleep. These humans will pay, hey, it's me! You understand me, Krogan. But the other thing I did differently between the two videos is I went absolutely out of my way to make it clear that I was not looking at the wardrobe issue from, this is oppressing women, or anything like that. I was looking at it from a practical perspective, that this dress wouldn't stay up in the real world. And one guy argued with me that it would, and either he doesn't know what he's talking about, or he's just overshared that he wears, pretty strapless dresses with really, really large chicken cutlet inserts, because otherwise how would he know if a strapless ball gown stays up all night while dancing and running through a hedge maze and riding a horse? But I digress. The thing I found is, like I said, I went out of my freaking way to say this isn't about whether Siri is oppressed or whether Triss is oppressed. It's about the practical elements of the wardrobe. And I mean, I did say in the Siri video that I wasn't saying it should be banned, I wasn't saying it should be censored, I wasn't saying that people shouldn't enjoy it. I just think we should talk about these things. That wasn't apparently enough for people. I had to go out of my way to say, you know, I have no problem with women being sexy in games. I would just like it to be a more realistic form of sexy, you know, in that I'd like it to actually make sense within the reality of the game, and that doesn't mean our reality. I just, you know, like it to make some sense, and that this is something a lot of people wouldn't necessarily know, because you don't have these dress problems. You know, a lot of gamers are still male, and they may not understand. But it's crazy to me. It was very surprising that after, you know, I have a fairly consistent track record about what I do and do not get upset about. So I found it very strange that people would react that strongly. And I don't rightly know why. You know, I don't know why there is such a reactive response, to the point that it's not even about what you say. You have to make all these massive caveats before you even touch a subject like this. And it's easy to say it comes down to, you know, feminist frequencies influence, and we all know my frustrations with that. But, you know, as I've been saying to people all week, feminist frequency didn't do that alone. They had help, and it wasn't just from their supporters. Their detractors have also helped feminist frequency become the de facto voice of video game feminism. And I don't think that's, you know, especially good for video games as a whole, or Anita Sarkeesian stress levels, because, you know, differences with the woman aside, nobody should be subject to the nature of the deeply personal stuff, and, you know, threats and all that stuff that she's subjected to. And even that doesn't really make any sense. I don't know why people, you know, get that upset over videos on, you know, YouTube and her personal channel with mediocre production values. Like, really, it's not, you know, and that was a bit snide, but there's sort of a point to it. Is she's doing her thing. She's hardly a trained broadcaster. You know, hardly. She can't even do a live talk without relying on notes. So the fact that people go so crazy over what she has to say, whether they're her words or not, it really doesn't matter. The number of people who advocate that, you know, internet anonymity is good because it should be about the merit behind the ideas, not the speaker, and then they obsess over whether Jonathan McIntosh is putting words in Anita Sarkeesian's mouth. Yes, Momo. Momo is adding his 2 cents. But I find it really interesting that we're all sort of forced to not apologize, but make it very clear that we're not declaring war on the male sex impulse, or, you know, or women's right to be sexy and wear what they want. I mean, the fact that we're that far gone really dismays me. And I mean, hey, it's great that I've found a way to talk about this stuff without having people go nuts. I'm disturbed that it takes so much now. You know, it's sad. It makes me sad that it's this combative now, that, you know, we'd rather fight about this stuff and wordings and demand this and argue that, instead of just kind of going, I'm running out of things to smash. You know, instead of finding ways to sort of build bridges and learn from each other. And that's what has made me sort of sad. I mean, good for me. I figured out the secret sauce. But now I have to find out if I can replicate it. And there's no guarantee of that. This could have been a fluke. And, you know, like I said, get in what? Going the wrong way. But, you know, like I said, if people are happy but the view counts are lower, that doesn't benefit me as much as, you know, people being pissed off and traffic, because your feels don't pay my meals, guys. Which puts me in a lousy position because I don't want to upset people. But I also want to earn a living. So I will continue to try to find out a way to do both. I don't know if it's even possible. It may just be that things are so reactive and there's so much group polarization, as one person pointed out on Twitter, that for the time being, in order to do, you know, really well on YouTube, you have to have, you know, 50% plus one fans, and that means there's 50% minus one haters. It's just, or even more. It seems like the most successful YouTube people. I mean, look at PewDiePie. There's this collection of devoted people that love him, but he's the first person people tend to trash when it comes to YouTube stuff. But he's making money. So, you know, people are being hated all the way to the bank, guys. You know, hatred's the most recent example of that. That, yeah, people freaked out, and there's a backlash, and there was a backlash to the backlash, and then hatred became extremely successful, more so than, you know, what some people claim the game deserved, and it's the new tropes versus women. It's successful because of a backlash to a backlash. And that is I think, a cause to reassess our priorities, that things that are moderate and decent and, you know, aren't hurting anybody aren't doing as well as stuff that is calibrated to cause controversy. Food for thought, something to mull over on the weekend. Yes, Momo. And I will see you guys on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Oh, more smashing stuff. Okay, more smashing. More smashing. Smashing. See, now I don't have to talk and play at the same time, so I can just go crazy. What are you? What are you? What are you? Jump increase? Jump. Yay, I like the jump increase. What? Oh, there's an antlers thing. There is a thing with antlers. I hate these things. Smash. Take that, deer. Is that like a deer version of Jesus? If it comes back, I'll kill him again. Wow, that probably offended people. See, there you go. 1 million views on YouTube. I was offensive. Apologies to those who are offended by that. It just came out. My inner cat voice is a voice of evil. Yes, it is. Wood stove! But I'm not being burned. I am asbestos cat. Asbestos cat. Asbestos cat. That's my kitty's superpower. He is asbestos cat. Yes. What's this guy's name? I'm gonna call another one. Oh, there. Goodbye. Hey, there's a picture frame up there. The picture frames unlock more cats, so you gotta hit them wherever you see them. Lucas! Lucas. Cats have nerdy names. There's a cat I'm trying to unlock. His name is Kratos. And if anyone is not sure, this game is available on Steam. And as you can tell, but power outage. When there's a power outage, my cats just... Am I supposed to run through this? Is that what's done? Whee! Hey, what did that do? New upgrade. SWAT increased. Oh, hey, check this out. I'm just experimenting now. I'm not even trying to wreck shit. This has become like a little Catlateral damage game. New upgrade. I'm getting a ton of upgrades now, but I don't find the upgrades really do much because at the end of the day, you still gotta get your destruction counts up. And, is this what you guys signed up for? Watching me knock stuff over as a cat? Well, you should have, because it's fun. Oh, who's this? Who's this? Zoe. I knocked over Zoe. Zoe's a calico. I don't think Zoe unlocked, though. Why did you not unlock for me, Zoe? Sucks. Alright, you guys are probably bored. So, I'm gonna sign out. And people are sending me things on Steam or playing things on Steam. I really gotta learn how to turn that off. Because I feel bad every time one pops up. It's like, ah, damn, there goes somebody's Steam name on my videos. And there's really, oh! Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? Cat. Murr. Murr. Is a cat named Murr? I guess that's the noise a cat makes, but wow. Someone was having a party. Now I'm having a party, breaking your stuff. Well, that's creepy. Look at that. Reet, 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 reet. Well, I'm just totally abusing your guys' attention spans now, aren't I? But, you know, it shows. No hard feelings. I can talk about stuff and go right back to doing dumb stuff because I'm awesome that way. Oh, what's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? Who did I knock over? Daisy and Gatsby. There's two? Oh, I get it. That's a literature reference. Messmaker! Yes. Yes. Come on, Bottle. Come on, Bottle. My cat Binky would be short work of you. He takes a running start and just knocks down